What's going on, guys and gals? My name is William Clark and welcome to a video. What the fuck was that? I don't even know. That was probably sort of weird bullshit. I don't even know what the fuck that was. Meh. But anyways, before I get started into this video, my hair's a goddamn mess. But I'll fix that while I'm talking about the disclaimer. So as some of you know, I'm a hardcore gamer, right? I have a lot of systems and shit. Well, some people have a lot more systems than I do, a lot more video games than I do, a better collection, and one of these people is a fucking asshole. He's a goddamn piece of ass toast. He's a vagina in the sand. He's a dick in a swab. He's a piece of shit. And his name is DJ fucking Judson. You asshole! But nah, in all seriousness, he's a pretty cool guy. He's awesome. If you ever see him on PSN, talk to him. He's pretty fucking awesome. And one of my best friends, probably the only person I can actually talk to that I actually trust. Yeah, I trust a couple people, but not a lot. But with that being said, he has a lot more video games than I do. He's got a lot of game systems. He's got a lot of everything. And also, another disclaimer. DJ Judson, if you're watching this, probably you might be, because I don't know why. Once you start your YouTube channel, this is the kind of video I want you to make. Very first video, yes, you gotta do an introduction video. But what I want you to make is a video talking about all your systems, how you obtain them, if you can remember, as well as a video game tour, basically. Every game you have, every game system you have, how you got these games, how you obtain some of these treasures that you have, because he has LSD Dream Emulator. He has the actual LSD Dream Emulator game on PS1. Now, with all that out of the way, let's begin with the video. So, as some of you guys and gals know, I'm a hardcore gamer. I play a lot of video games, I collect a lot of video games, I play a lot of systems, I have a lot of systems and all that good shit. So, I thought it'd be kind of interesting to make a video based on, how I obtained all these systems, how I became a hardcore gamer, and all that good stuff that some of you guys and gals might be wondering. So without further ado, let's get this shit show started. So it all started back in the day, I was 2. I was 2 years old when I first started gaming. The first ever system I had was a PS2. And I played games like Max Payne, Devil May Cry, games like that. So I played a lot of violent video games when I was 2. What would you fucking do? And the year later, I played the Game Boy Advance because I had a Game Boy Advance SP. Because my mother Amy worked at Target. So, yeah. And occasionally she'd bring home some video games, maybe game systems. And one of those was the Game Boy Advance SP. And a little disclaimer within this video. A disclaimer within a disclaimer, I don't know. But I'm not big on handhelds. Like, don't get me wrong. I love playing handheld games. I love the DS. I love the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, whatever. I love handheld systems. But I'm not really much of a hardcore gamer on that front. Playing a whole bunch of handhelds. I'm more of a console person and a PC person. Now, again, I love handhelds. So, yeah. Don't get the wrong idea. But anyways, so I played the Game Boy Advance SP for a little bit, and I'm like, I'm going back to the PS2. And then a year later, 2004, this is when the Ultimate System happened. The best system I've ever owned, and my all-time favorite. You ready? 3, 2, 1. The Nintendo GameCube came into my life, and has never left since. I played the fuck out of that system. More than the PS2. And I played a good amount of PS2 at the time. And I played that alongside the GameCube. You know, if I wasn't playing GameCube, I was playing PS2. And so I had a lot of games for the GameCube at the time. Not as much as I do now, but I had a decent amount. And I had a decent amount for the PS2 as well. Not a lot for the Game Boy Advance, though. Ha! Bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit because, I don't know, I'm a gamer. And I don't have a lot of handheld games at the time. But that'll change later on in the future. I can tell you that much. So, later on down the road, you know, when we moved in 2005. Now, I will give Brian credit this. Yes, he's a pathetic sack full of shit that doesn't deserve any sort of life. He deserves to basically die. But what he did do, he did one thing good. One good thing in my life. He basically he really got me started and hooked on games like Mortal Kombat and Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds on the GameCube and all these other violent video games. Without that, I probably wouldn't have as much video games as I do now, and probably wouldn't really be playing a lot of Call of Duty or Halo and all that good shit. So I guess you could say my more hardcore video game shit, I guess my addiction, you could say, can all lead up to that one event, you know, that Brian taught me how to play those games, and so now I have a lot of games. But when we moved halfway through 2005, the PS2 stayed in Dayton, you know, where we lived, but it's over at my Uncle James's house. Somehow, I don't know why, but it wasn't moved with the GameCube and the Game Boy Advance. Like, with me, I had some game systems, I think, with me. I think, I can't remember. But I played a lot of games for a year or two. When 2006 came around, the Wii came out. So I played the Wii. I had a Wii. I played it. I played the fuck out of it. And for a couple of years, like, until like maybe 2008, I think that Wii stopped working. I don't know why it did. It just did. But within that time, 2008, 2007, around that time, the Game Boy Advance happened. You know, I came into contact with the Game Boy Advance. Now, this system, this particular one right here, the one that I have in my hand, this one brings back so much memories, and it, you know, this video game system right here, it has a good story to it. Sad, but good. And it also has a lot of sentimental value to me. Want to know why? Well, I'll tell you. So, in 2007, 2008, whenever I got this system, I think it was 2007, my grandmother ended up giving this system to me. So you can see, first of all, like, when I first got this system, it had a lot of value to me because of that fact. You know, if anybody gives me a video game system, I'm going to have a lot of value for said system. But since it was my grandmother, it had more than that. Because when 2009 came, you know, May 10th, that's when she died. You know, because of a heart attack. So, yeah. This system is what I have to remember her by, and some games that I have in my collection as well. And she was somewhat of a hardcore, she wasn't really hardcore, but she was somewhat of a gamer, you know. She had her own Game Boy Advance SP. It was a white pink one. I guess you could say it was rose, I think. Metallic rose, I think. I'm not sure. But she had that. She had a couple games. Some games were meant to be shared with me and her, you know, because they were more like puzzle games. But, yeah. So, there was that. And then my Wii stopped working around that time, so, yeah. The next year, I had another Wii. Yeah, another Wii. And so I played that, and played that, and played that. And this was my second one, by the way. I had that one from 2008, 2009, really, whenever, to 2016, I believe. And in between those times, I didn't have a lot of systems. I mean, I had the GameCube, which, call me crazy, but that stopped working in 2010. So 2008 or 9, 2010, those 3 years were hard for me because everything I owned stopped working. Every fucking thing. Except for this. And my second Wii. So I basically had the Game Boy Advance and the second Wii. Now, in between that time, I went to a yard sale, garage sale, whatever, at the church. And it was a final day, final hour, really. And they knew that nobody would actually I love telling the story. So basically, I went to I always go to yard sales to find some video games and shit, video game systems, for a good price. Well, I went to this one over at the church that is close by our house. And they were basically going to throw away the PS1 and a controller. So I ended up getting the PS1 for free. So I asked the guy who was running the yard sale at the time, hey, can I have the PS1 and the controller? Because I knew what that was. I didn't actually know it was a PS1, an original PlayStation. But I knew it was some sort of game system. And at the time, and still to this day, I'm always like, hell yeah. Video games, I'll collect any sort of system. And so I had a PS1. But I forgot to get cables and shit, so I couldn't actually play it. Not like I could play it anyway, they didn't have any games for it. Damn. So afterwards, I was stuck with the PS1, I couldn't really play, a Wii, and Game Boy Advance. And also, from that time, I also had a DS. But that DS stopped working, had to get a new one in 2013, 14, around that time. And I got this DS. Now, I should also mention, around that time I got the PS1, I also got, the next year, they had another yard sale, this Game Boy Color. Really good Game Boy Color. It also came with Donkey Kong Country. And at the time, I already had Shadowgate, which is a really good Game Boy game. Highly recommend you get that. And some other games that my Uncle James, I guess, gave to me. Actually, I don't even know how to obtain those games, to be honest. I don't know. But I knew some of those were my Uncle James's. I know some of those were other people in my family's Game Boy games that somehow, some way were passed on to me. I don't know how, but they were. And so I was like, okay, yeah, sure, Game Boy Color. And so I played that for a little bit with Donkey Kong Country. I played Pokemon Pinball and Shadowgate and stuff. So there's that. And then, yeah, I had a lot of games. So fast forward to 2016. This is the worst year for me. Yeah, I had a PS2, not PS2, PS3 back in 2012. Yeah, 2012, I had a lot of weird shit. Had a PS3, I had a Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, PS1, a Wii that still worked, a GameCube that didn't work, and a lot of miscellaneous weird shit. Yeah. So, 2016 was the worst year for me as a gamer. Because my Wii stopped working, my second Wii stopped working, it wouldn't play game disc, same as my first one. And then a week later, my DS fucked up. Now it still works, yes. The DS still works, but there is an issue with it. Look at the top screen. You don't see anything, right? Well, yeah, turn the fucker on. Look at that. The top screen is fucked. It's like someone took a shotgun to it, you know? And it fucking doesn't... It's hard to play Pokemon Black 2 with a fucked up screen like that. So anyways, yeah. And it was by the time... It worked fine. You know, when I got out of bed and I played a little bit of DS before I went to school. And this is during my goddamn freshman year. Boom! Motherfucker! Shit! Yeah. Bull motherfucking shit. Motherfucker shit. Fuck shit, fuck, fuck, fuck. That's all I had to say for that goddamn whole day because my DS basically fucked up and my Wii stopped working. So the only thing I had left was a PS3, a PS1 that I couldn't really even play because I didn't have any games, let alone cables for it. That was until I realized the PS1 can play PS2 and PS3 cables. You know, using the hook them up and shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, motherfuckers? So, yeah. I knew that in 2016. Still didn't have any games for it, though. I had one, I guess. It was a demo disc. But no actual games. Like, Crash Bandicoot or LSD Dream Emulator. 2015 was the year of the asshole. 2015 was the day, or the year, I met DJ Judson. I didn't have a microphone. I didn't have a headset. I didn't have any way to communicate with him other than just typing away on the PS3. Now, we were playing Doom. I was looking for someone to fight just out of boredom. I didn't think anybody would still play. But he showed up. And that was something. But that's another time. That's another time, another story, another day. After my Wii and DS stopped working, basically sucking ass. Like I said, PS3, PS1, and all this good shit. And so I just played PS1 all day. And not PS1, PS3 all day. Because I had a lot of downloadable games. I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Ghosts. I was playing all the Call of Duty games at the time. And all the other games that I had downloaded. And, yeah. So, 2017 and 2018 were the dominant years of my life when it comes to gaming. I fucking love telling the story, by the way. As much as I love telling about the free PS1 and controller story. I was walking home from school, and this is the same day I made the video on it. Oh shit, was this beautiful day. I was walking home from school, like I said, and I ended up, because I had like 1 or 2 minutes before traffic really got bad, so I walked across the street towards the neighbors 2 houses down from us, right? And I walked all the way to my house, right? In between our neighbors 2 houses down from us and my house, someone, I believe it was the neighbors 1 house down from us, threw away they threw away an Xbox 360. At the time, I was like, huh? I was like, okay. I was walking a little bit forward, and I was like, whoa. And I literally backed up. I was like, back up. I saw a 360. I was like, who the fuck, what the fuck, why the fuck, when the fuck, yeah! I was going crazy. Because I have never seen anybody go crazy enough to throw away a game system. Except a month prior. A month before I found the Xbox, I found, because someone else threw us away, an original, not reproduction, NES. An original Nintendo from back in the 80s. They threw that system away. Yeah, I don't think it works, but I still keep it because it's good for aesthetics, you know, and also it's a piece of history. Even if the game system doesn't work, even if, you know, the system is fucked up, I still keep it, you know. And so I figured, oh yeah, this you know, system, it doesn't really do anything really. They threw it away. Well, it actually works because they also threw away the HDMI cable and the power brick. So I was able to test it out and be like, oh yeah, it turns on. Later on, I found out they had Halo 4, GTA 5, which is a really decent GTA game next to Vice City. Minecraft Xbox 360 edition and Minecraft Story Mode. I was like, holy hell yeah, that's a good list of games. Even 4 games are still better than none. And so I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And at the same time, I found a laptop, but that didn't really work. At least it turned on, but the screen was fucked. But anyways, enough about that. Let's talk about what happened after. So a year later, I ended up buying a GameCube from the Retro Game Store in Pomeroy. Shout out to you guys and gals over at Round 2 Video Games and Movies and whatever you're called. You know, Round 2. You know who you are. Shout out to you. The only game store here in Meigs County. Ugh. Meigs County fucking sucks. But the game store is decent. I mean, if it's the only one we have. But anyways, I ended up getting a GameCube from there. A replacement GameCube, finally. I saved up a lot of money. And I traded in a couple games to get the GameCube. Which is now, you know, the second Wii is now being used as a GameCube stand to set my GameCube on. My new one. My new GameCube. So yeah. Ha. And then, oh, here's where it gets good. Here's where it gets really good. I went to, also around the time I got the PS3, I also got the Game Boy Micro. So, a little bonus, you know, back in 2012. But anyways, 2018 to 2019, I ended up finding a lot of money based on gift cards and code cards during dumpster diving. And can you guess what I wasted that money on? What I actually bought with all that money? Take a guess. You should know this by now. I don't have a watch, but well, actually, yeah, I do. Let's see. It was video games, damn it. Damn it. It was video games. I bought. Yeah. Okay, I should not do that again. A lot of GameCube games, a lot of Wii games, some DS games, PS1 games. I bought a new Wii, this Wii. This is the new one to replace the one that broke back in 2016. I bought a modded Wii. I bought another 360. I bought a new DS, a regular DSi, to replace this one, DSi XL, with the fucked up screen. And what else did I buy? I bought a lot of different shit. I bought a giant computer that fucked up in like 2 or 3 months. Ah, fuck. But yeah. I bought a lot of games, a lot of game systems. Mostly were replacements for systems that no longer worked and that I could actually get more of. Now, looking back, I probably could have traded the 360, not the new one, but actually, yeah, I could have. I could have just not bought that. I could have bought like an N64, maybe. Because I already had a 360. But, meh, whatever. And so, I ended up getting a lot of games and game systems and shit. between that and some fans of mine getting me some of these games. I think it was Sonic Heroes I got from a fan. What other game did I get was from a fan? I knew it was a couple more games. I think it was Twilight Princess. Wait, did I get? I don't know. I bought a lot of games, and I got a lot of games from some fans, and so I don't know which one's which. You know, what games I got from fans, which ones I didn't. I was gonna knock off PSP, if that makes any difference. So there's that. So, yeah. Basically, with all that money, I bought a whole bunch of games, a lot of game systems, and, you know, some good stuff for my setup for YouTube. Got cat-eared headphones. I got Sadis headphones, gaming headset. I got, you name it, I got it. Ha! So anyways, guys and gals, that is it for this video. That was basically the complete history and timeline of all the game systems that I have, how I got them, and when I got them. Now, like I said, there are people with better collections than I have. Like, for example, that fucking asshole DJ Judson. Gotta look out for that bitch. But yeah, in all honesty, he's a pretty cool guy. In all seriousness, he's fucking awesome. You know, he's a good friend, and he just happens to have a lot more games than I do. A lot more game systems, too. And also, you might be wondering, what's next? You know, what am I gonna get next? I was thinking about making another PS2, maybe, to replace the one that's over in Dayton that I haven't played in several years. Maybe getting Persona 3 FES, maybe. That might be my next purchase. Or an N64, maybe getting that, because I love the GameCube so much, and that's basically the same graphics and engine as the N64. And there's a lot of good games on the N64, so maybe I'll get that. Maybe I'll end up buying, I don't know, Sega Genesis. Because, I can't remember if I said this or not in the video, but I grew up also playing the Atari 2600 and the Sega Genesis. So I grew up, you know, this is back when I had the PS2 days, you know, when I was 2. I also played the Sega Genesis and the Atari 2600. So, I was a multi-generation kind of gamer. Still am. So, yeah. Anyways, guys and gals, that's it for this video. If you like this video, give this video a like if it's fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe. And click the bell icon down below. To get notified of my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else that I do. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people, and bro hoof.